Oh, oh, yikes. Ooh. Okay. Do you have arachnophobia? Because I do. And I am being made to react to whatever is in store for me. So if you have arachnophobia, now's the time. Do not do what I'm doing. We are being introduced to, or me being introduced to a creator, more Parz. And I'm struggling with my intro right now, YouTube, because there are spiders on the screen and other bugs, and I don't know. So we're just gonna hoppity hop right to it and watch some fun shorts, I guess. Fun shorts. Here we go.
This fish has a gun. This bad boy is an archerfish, and based on the description, you'd probably assume that Faye's fins here is found in the US, because, you know. But no, it may come as a shock to you, he's actually Australian. And now that you've got that piece of information, it should come as absolutely no fucking surprise to you when I tell you the reason it's packing heat is bugs. Leave no seed or standing. See, these bad boys love eating insects. And specifically, they quite enjoy bugs found in the air or on land.
Okay.
And as the 9,000 IQ individuals among you may have figured out, that's a problem because it's a fucking fish.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
And last I checked, the motherfucker can't just swim through the air, which is why it's running a ranged build. But when I said gun, I meant less buying a deagle and more a super soaker. See, when an archerfish spots a happy meal hovering over the water, they will gently float their way up to just below the surface. They then lock onto their target, adjust for wind, and then suck in the water and spit it up to 3 fucking meters, nailing the target. And as it turns out, water gun is a super effective move.
Whoa!
Knocking the insect into the water, where the archerfish just swims over and grabs it like a fucking snack. The thing that cracks me up about this is that, yeah, they do it to put food on the table. They can also do it purely to fuck with people.
Oh! Well, you know, that wasn't too bad. We're doing good, right?
This spider is a cowboy.
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
This is a bowler spider. And you can probably find one in your backyard because they are fucking everywhere. USA, Mexico, South America, Madagascar, and of course, Australia. And the reason I'm calling it a cowboy is because it uses its web like a lasso.
What?
You see, where a standard spider sweats its ass off, spinning thousands of strands into some elaborate art piece, hoping that a fly headbutts it.
Right.
The bowler spider does not fuck with that complicated bullshit, and it spins up a single strand of web with a sticky bit at the end, kind of like one of those plastic hands you used to get as a kid. Yoink. And instead of praying to God that a fly shows up, the bowler spider has a guaranteed way to grab a meal. Seduction.
What?
You see, these bad boys can produce chemicals that perfectly mimic the pheromones of a female moth looking to reproduce.
Oh my, what?
The males then catch the scent of the hot single moths in your area ad and float towards it like a pie on the windowsill.
Oh
However,
no.
upon arrival, they do not find their moth bride. They actually find something that looks suspiciously like a strand of spiderweb. And while our moth friend here is trying to come to terms with the fact that he's been catfished...
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
The bolus tosses out that web strand, sticks it to the moth, and fucking takes him. Dragging the very confused and probably still a little aroused moth into the branches, where he's bitten and pumped full of poison. Oh, sorry, man. That's so fucking funny. Old mate thought he was going to continue his bloodline, and I just know on the way up to the spider, he was talking like...
So no head?
This spider.
I want to be a
This
No, don't make me do more.
spider is a vampire.
Okay, I love
Just
vampires.
Not the way you think it is.
Okay.
This adorable little guy is literally called a vampire spider.
Okay.
And as you may expect, for something named
It's
after
kinda
Dracula,
cute.
it craves one thing.
What?
Blood. Just one
Oh,
teeny little problem with that. They,
If I keep watching, you'll call me a good girl? You gotta get on the call and do it. You'll call me and call me a good girl and you'll say it live on stream? You will? Okay. This one, oh,
they
okay.
can't get it themselves. You see, vampire spiders are a species of jumping spider. And jumping spiders basically never bite people or other mammals. Second off, they don't even have the right equipment to get your blood out.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
What?
Because I
You're
didn't call it a little guy for nothing. They are only a completely average 0.3 inches wide. They straight do not have the strength or length to penetrate your skin.
thank
So
goodness.
that begs the question, where the fuck do they get their blood? I mean, what could a spider possibly get its hands on that
Oh.
carries human blood?
Wow.
Gotcha.
Mosquitoes?
It's mosquitoes.
Oh.
The vamp spiders specifically target these annoying fuckers, but not just mozzies in general. No, they wait for them to bite something first.
Oh.
And then once they've completed the blood heist and try to make off with the goods, the vamp spider hits the mozzie with a "The fuck do you think you're going?" cunt?" and jumps it, murdering the mosquito and sucking the blood out as a sweet treat. I guess if it's a vampire that kills vampires, it's less Dracula and more a blade spider. This spider is a
Yeah. Well, you know, I can appreciate how more Parz does this. Very nice, but like, I don't like it.
Everyone fucking hates this guy for a really good reason. You see, this fuckwit is Igor Litvinchuk. And while on holiday in Hawaii, a local caught him in 4K throwing a fucking rock at the head of a Hawaiian monk seal called Lani.
No.
What are you doing?
Now, stoning wildlife already qualifies you as a grade A pump action.
I hope he missed.
But this is especially heinous because the Hawaiian monk seal is critically endangered.
Oh,
There's only around
look at them.
1,500 of them left.
They're so
now,
beautiful
when locals
and cute.
rightfully tore him a new asshole and told him he was going to be fined for it,
Good.
his response was, "I'm rich. I don't care."
Oh, wow.
Just want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it turns
Wow.
out, the walking ad for birth control here probably should have paid attention because that shit went triple platinum viral and started a domino effect that wrecked his fucking life.
Whoa. Okay.
He got doxxed, the 2 trucking companies he owns got review bombed into the fucking floor, and he pissed off the mayor of Maui so badly that he has personally directed the state and federal government to throw the book at the cunt. He is facing a minimum of a $70,000 fine and a year in prison.
Wow.
But charges take a while to stick, and he could still wriggle out of them with a good lawyer.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
Which is why, while he was trying to walk back to his hotel, someone who I will be referring to as Hawaiian Batman jumped him and beat the fucking brakes off of him.
Wow.
Now, I would never condone vigilante violence, and neither does the Hawaiian government. But when they were investigating this incident, no one who saw it, for the life of them, could identify who did it. It must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. According to the locals.
So, they never caught the guy. However, Hawaiian Senator Brenton Awa after also making it clear that he doesn't condone violence.
Our attorney over here wants to make it clear we don't condone violence.
Look at the smile.
Wrote the guy a letter of recognition for protecting the environment and dubbed him the ambassador of Aloha.
Wow.
Which, first of all, fucking based.
Yeah, it is based.
But
yeah.
second, when they give the dude that bashed you an award, that is the universe telling you that you're a waste of air that should have been blown into a crusty sock, you
Evil prevented.
Everyone
Yeah. Oh, that's so upsetting. That's so upsetting. If you know me, there are two things that are very triggering to me, and that's when children and animals are hurt. And like that's a huge trigger of mine. So, you know, glad that this had somewhat of a happy ending.
A lot of people are scared.
No,
spiders.
no, I forgot what I was doing.
But did you know spiders?
No. Okay. No. You're a brave girl. I don't want to be brave. I live alone unless it's on the weeks I have my daughter, right? And when we are encountered with a spider or some form of bug, because my daughter has some fears as well. I know spiders aren't bugs. I know it's all in a different category, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is my daughter looks to me to be the one to protect us. It's shameful that I am not able. I put on a brave face for her, but when she's not around, I'll be calling for help for somebody else to take care of it.
Are also scared of spiders. More specifically, this fucking demon.
What in the fuck is that?
Assassin spider. And as with most things that make you physically recoil from the screen, yeah, it's found in fucking Australia.
¿Quieres?
Which makes a lot of sense when you learn that this ET-looking motherfucker was designed in a lab.
I don't even know what it's like a mutation of a fish head with a what is this?
A lab by God himself for one purpose: turning their extended family tree into a fucking McDonald's menu.
Let me get a...
Oh, it looks like a fish head.
These things
It's
eat
weird.
exclusively other spiders. And the way they execute their cousins is by using their own tools against them.
What?
See, they start their hunts by finding a succulent arachnid meal hanging out in its web. The assassin walks over and starts playing that silk like it's fucking Guitar Hero.
Ew.
The victim, and yes, the spider in this situation is a fucking victim, feels those vibrations in its web and assumes the fly it door-dashed earlier has arrived, gets up off the couch, and goes to grab its food. However, when they reach the front door and this fucking demon from the 7th circle kicks it down, they realise there is no DoorDash. They are the DoorDash.
Ew. How
And
does...
before the victim can fucking blink, the assassin stabs it through the chest. Because apparently the circle of hell this thing crawled out of is fucking London. And once the victim is firmly impaled, it uses that long-ass neck and oversized jaws to lift it off the ground so it can't fight back while it is pumped full of venom. Once that happens, the assassin spider just fucking holds the victim there, stone cold staring at it.
I want
as
to be
the
cuddled.
life slowly fades from its eyes.
I want to be cuddled. Oh, I don't like it.
A lot of people are...
Oh, that is horrifying. Okay.
I am reporting live from a dead whale. But why am I here? Well, the year is 1970 in the town of Florence, Oregon, where a 14-metre, 8-ton dead sperm whale has spawned on the beach. And the reason that is a problem, beyond smelling like shit, is that when you leave a dead whale microwaving in the sun for too long, they have a chance to explode. So this raised the problem. How the fuck do you get rid of an 8-ton dead body? Because that big bastard's not fitting in the boot. Well, at the time, the Florence Beach was the responsibility of the Roadworks Department. The Roadworks Department, however, had no fucking clue how to fix that, so they held a meeting to figure it out.
Yeah.
What if we lift it up onto a truck? Our crane is rated for a ton. That thing weighs 8. Be like you trying to squat a fucking elephant. What else? What if we cut it up with chainsaws? What part of it explodes did you not understand?
Ooh.
What if we blow it up?
It's genius.
What? No.
So, Roadworks called the Navy and asked if they were allowed to fucking atomize it. And this, being the USA, the Navy fucking approved it. Which is why I am now standing here with a giant crowd of spectators and a bloody news crew in front of a whale stuffed to the fucking blowhole with TNT.
Whoa.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Well, as it turns out, no one on the road crew had a fucking clue how much TNT to use.
Oh.
Not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take.
So to make sure it got rid of the whale, they used 500 kilos. That's what could go wrong. The crowd looked up in horror as whale chunks were launched 250 meters into the air. Everyone was coated in a fine mist of rotting flesh as they ran for their lives to avoid being crushed by falling pieces of Mr. Krabs' daughter. And while no humans were squashed, one piece of whale crushed a man's fucking car. But the funniest part is even after enough TNT to level a house, they did it wrong so it didn't get rid of the whole whale. They still had to fucking bury it.
Oh.
I am reporting live from a den.
Wow. First of all, these edits are fantastic and they're very entertaining, but my God, I was not prepared for his content. What have you done? Do I have to keep going? Do I really have to keep going? Like, do I have to? Like, what's the worst that can happen?
This is the world's most poisonous bird.
You know what? I'm okay. We love burps here. Okay. You know what? You said I'm a very brave girl. I can do this.
Which is weird considering it does not naturally produce any toxins whatsoever. So how the fuck does that work?
Huh?
Well, this flying carrot is a hooded patooey, and it's basically
cute.
nature's version of Kirby.
Oh.
But not because they eat a lot. No, this little guy was discovered in Papua New Guinea back in the late 1980s by a scientist named Jack Dumbarker. And while handling the patooey in the field for his research, he very scientifically discovered a super cool bird fact.
Okay.
Touching them made his skin tingle like TV static before it went numb and then started to fucking burn. Upon further research, he discovered that may possibly have been because the secret herbs and spices God used to coat this sentient KFC bucket from beak to talon was fucking batraka toxin.
What is
the
that?
Same shit that coats poison dart frogs.
Oh.
Otherwise known as one of the most potent neurotoxins on the entire fucking planet.
What?
Because of course it's fucking neurotoxin. I cannot go 5 minutes without it being fucking neurotoxin. But like I said, they don't naturally produce it. No, they eat it. See, these fuckers love to eat these things called merillid beetles.
Ooh.
And those beetles evolved the batraka toxin specifically to avoid being eaten. That sign, however, did not stop the patooey, because it can't fucking read. Also, they have poison immunity. So,
they do?
They eat the bugs, absorb their poison build, and redistribute it to their feathers and skin.
Wow.
Now, any parasites that bite them fucking die, touching them.
They're, oh my God, they literally become like, I know that's poisonous, but like radioactive. That's interesting to think about, that they eat so much of that they become and produce it. Whoa, that's neat, not gonna lie.
To their feathers and skin. Now, any parasites that bite them fucking die. Touching them hurts you.
Ooh.
And anything dumb enough to eat this forbidden zinger box enters the forbidden sleep.
Insert Leon death
This
sound.
is the world.
That's real. Yeah, poison flying type right there. There you go. That's cool though. That was a cool video. Don't know what the next one is. Please don't be that.
Did you know that whales can
Okay.
explode?
Yeah.
These bad boys can turn themselves into an all-natural IED.
That's
but they can't
horrifying.
explode on command like a creeper.
Okay.
No, in order to pull a Rexplode, it needs to be fucking dead first.
Oh, yeah. More of this. Oh, yep.
In fact, it's got to die in a very specific way.
Okay.
See, usually, when a whale carks it, that fucker sinks like a stone and gets hoovered up by bottom feeders. But if it manages to wash up on shore, or it dies by beaching itself, there's nothing to eat it.
Yeah.
No, what
I
that
will
house-
say that I think he's using clips from The Boys. That was so traumatic to watch. Ugh.
What that house-sized corpse does do is sit there frying in the fucking sun, starting to rot. Now, a fun fact about rotting corpses, they go through this cool process called putrefaction. Basically, all the bacteria in your gut start to break down your flesh, which produces a shitload of different gases.
Oi.
And if nothing punches a hole in the whale, that gas has nowhere to go. So the corpse begins to swell and inflate like a fucking balloon.
I didn't know I had that mod on.
And it will fill with gas until its body can't fucking take it anymore. At which point, it basically becomes a fucking boomer from Left 4 Dead. We got a boomer! The force of the gas can cause the skin to split and then Free Willy explodes all over the fucking beach. But anyone touching it could cause it to explode as well.
I
Which
was
is why
wondering.
if you see a whale corpse on the beach, whatever you do not fucking touch it. I just told you, don't fucking touch it.
Oh my
Did you know that whales can-
God. See, I didn't know that. That's scary. Oh.
I can fix your fear of snakes with this ridiculous creature.
Oh.
No, that is not a snakeskin sock puppet. That is an actual real animal on this planet, and it's called the Arabian sand boa. And you may be wondering, why does he look like that?
I love snakes. I have a respectful boundary with them, but
as much as it looks like
not afraid of them.
God did not design this thing in the Spore Creature Creator after 10 fucking beers. No, it looks like a strand of spaghetti with googly eyes.
yeah, it
for
does.
camouflage.
So cute.
So, I'm going to give you exactly one guess as to where an animal called the Arabian sand boa is
Yeah.
found.
Where is this?
That's right, the deserts of the Arabian Peninsula. If you got that wrong, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man.
You stupid.
And in order to survive in that air fryer, the sock here needs two things. Food, and
Yeah.
not to be turned into food.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is rather hard, considering this is not a fucking danger noodle, okay?
It's so
This is a
cute.
defenseless noodle. It
It's
is
so
only
cute.
15 inches long.
Oh.
It has no venom, and the bite of an old lady without her fucking dentures in.
Oh.
So how does it survive? Simple. Digs a fucking hole like a Night 1 Minecraft player. See,
Yeah.
they're nocturnal, so during the day, they bury themselves completely in
Whoa.
the sand, which allows them to take a nice little nap without getting snatched up by a fucking bird. Then, once night falls, those fuck-ass eyeballs finally serve a purpose beyond looking ridiculous. And
Night
that
vision.
purpose is to sit just above the sand like a submarine periscope and scan for food.
Oh.
They then just wait for a mouse or lizard to get close before this vicious
I didn't mean to
creature
snort.
pops out of the sand like the worms from Dune and eats it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I find the idea of this stupid fucking snake killing anything so funny. Like, just imagine
It
the
is.
last fucking thing you see before ascending to the pearly gates is fucking that.
It's so cute, though. It's so cute.
Look at the top of his head.
Oh, just a little guy. That's cute. What's the next video for us?
This is the world's most disgusting bee.
Brother,
Yeah,
right.
That is a vulture bee.
Ew,
Found on
what?
the Tyranid hive continent of South America, and you are probably wondering, what makes it so disgusting? And that's pretty easy to answer. It eats fucking rotten corpses. Well, at least that's one thing that makes them gross. Yeah, the Left 4 Dead zombie diet is actually just the tip of the iceberg on how fucking disgusting these things get.
Ew.
But before you learn the rest,
It gave a warning about weak stomachs. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I'm scared. Okay, we're gonna do it.
I've got to teach you about bees.
You like jazz?
See, a normal
Bee movie.
beehive runs on two main resources, nectar and pollen. Nectar is used to create Winnie the Pooh's honey, and pollen is used as a source of protein. Now, the issue
Wow.
is vulture bees can collect nectar, but they are physically incapable of picking up pollen.
Oh.
So where do they get their protein? Well, basically, roadkill. Instead of flying around and looking for a lovely floral arrangement, vulture bees will surf the skies until they spot a rather delectable
Makes sense why they got the name vulture.
looking maggot-ridden
Oh.
corpse, which they will then cave dive inside of through the fucking eye sockets. Oh yeah, I told you they got grosser.
I will say, as I got older, I did develop a fear of tight spaces. So when I heard about the story about the person that got stuck, yeah, that actually is very, so triggering.
Through the fucking eye sockets. Oh yeah, I told you they got grosser, and this isn't even
Eye
the worst
sockets?
Because once they're inside, they treat your fucking corpse like the deli at the supermarket, rooting around for the cuts of meat that they're after. But for the same reason they can't carry pollen, they can't just take the fucking meat out in a shopping trolley.
Okay.
No, what they do is scarf down the stacks of rotten flesh like a Minecraft player who's run out of food, fly back home, walk through the front door, and vomit it into another bee's mouth. Okay, well, not straight into its mouth. They're not savages.
Okay.
It goes into a bowl first.
Oh, I can't. No.
And then another bee eats
No,
it.
not looking. I'm not looking. No,
And,
you can't make
mixes
me.
it with spit and nectar to turn it into a meat sludge.
Ew, what the
that, gets eaten by the other bees. Yeah, I hope you weren't planning on eating anything anytime soon.
You know.
This is the This is the world's fastest chicken.
What?
Yeah, this is the
It's kind of cute. What?
Tasmanian native hen.
It's
Except
cute.
no one fucking calls it that shit. We call it the turbo chook. This bad boy is from the land down under. More specifically, it's only found in my home state of Tasmania. And as you may have guessed by that nickname, Lightning McChicken here is built for exactly one purpose. Speed.
I am speed.
But before I address it violating the speed limit, I've got to address the fact that it's a fucking fraud. So despite that name, it is not remotely related to a chicken.
Oh.
It's actually from a family of waterfowl called rails. It's around 50 centimeters long, tips the scales at 1.5 kilos, and importantly, cannot fly for shit.
Watch your jet!
In fact, it is completely flightless. And that is a little bit of an issue because this is Australia, where at any given point, this mobile KFC bucket is a rock's throw from a fucking snake. However, Sonic the Hedgehog didn't trade in that pilot license for nothing. See, they still have wings. They just don't use them to fly. They use them as a spoiler, because when threatened, they don't fuck off into the clouds. No, Hen Racer here just drops gear into first, punches the throttle, and fucking tears off at 52 kilometers an hour. I don't think you understand how fucking insane it is for something the size of a chihuahua to break the speed limit in a school zone. So let me make a comparison to Australia's other flightless bird, the one we lost a war to. Emus are 2 meters tall, and when they run, they cover 3 meters per step. That is a total of 6 whole native hens per single emu footstep. So you would assume the emu gaps the fucking hen, right? Wrong. Hen Verstappen and the war turkey are the same speed.
Whoa.
How the fuck?
Wow.
This is...
That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Bro, what was God on when creating those little from the bees? I can't look at it.
This is
Okay, this is the last one.
a snake. It's a bug.
What?
This is the very creatively named snake-headed caterpillar, found wriggling around in South America, and the reason they're dressed up like the average Australian resident is to scare people. See, caterpillars exist for exactly one reason: to spin up a cocoon and Pokemon evolve into a moth or butterfly. Now, in order to achieve this, they need to be not fucking dead, which is a little difficult when everything under the sun is trying to eat them.
Yeah.
Birds, wasps, spiders, frogs, you name it, they all look at a caterpillar as the world's freest meal. I mean, it's basically a sentient, slow-moving hot dog with zero escape strategy. So, how does the very hungry caterpillar avoid the very hungry everything else?
Hello.
Well, some choose camouflage, others become more toxic than a league lobby, but the snakehead chose cosplay. Well, if you want to get technical, the scientific term is mimicry. As we've established, caterpillars are weak, light work for their predators. You know what isn't light work? A fucking snake. Which is why when threatened, these little guys will force air and blood into their head, causing it to inflate. They then shake that shit in the air, perfectly mimicking a venomous snake. Whatever was about to eat them sees their free meal turn into fucking rattlesnake Jake, becomes shit scared, and runs the fuck away.
Ooh.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, its entire defense is just becoming a scary, wacky, waving tube, man.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, if you think about it. Wow.
This isn't a snake. It's a bug.
That's disturbing. You know, I think I would have been okay with not knowing some of these. You know, I think I would have slept a little bit easier. Just a little bit, you know. But I really enjoyed the birds. I did not enjoy the bugs or the spiders. But I like how informative, short to the point, and well edited these videos are. Will I continue to watch them? If you guys want me to, I will, but I don't know. I'll give it a please help out of 10. Because I'm good for now. I'm good for now.